This new launch is not near any MRT, and here is what you need to know about it. Today, let's talk about the new launch that is upcoming in Q4 2025, and that is Faber Residences at Faber Walk. Before we start, let me put in a disclaimer that any prices mentioned in this video is purely my estimation and my personal opinion, and is not an indication from the developer or my company. So this is a 99 years leasehold development located at Faber Walk. The developer is Waco Land. The land was awarded on 26 November 2024 at a price of $900 PSF per plot ratio. A total of 3 bids came in for this plot of land, and the second highest bid was $827 per square foot per plot ratio. So after factoring all the legal costs, marketing costs, construction costs, financing costs, and whatnot, the break-even should be approximately around $1,682 per square foot. Today we'll be doing an early review of Faber Residences at Faber Walk. If you are keen on this upcoming development, DM me over here and I'll be happy to chat with you and send more information over to you. Okay, so if you look at Faber Walk in this location, some people will say, yeah, no MRT. So before I go any further, these are 3 groups of buyers that I feel will not consider Faber Residences at Faber Walk. And if you find yourself being one of them, you can stop watching this video and check out some other videos I have over here. So the first group of people that will not consider Faber Residences will be people who need to stay near the MRT. So in Clementi, the nearest condo to the MRT station is about 500 to 600 meters of walk. That is not exactly near as well. If you really need to stay near the Clementi MRT, you will have to put up in one of those HDB around the MRT station. Second, people who love high floor units. So this is a low-rise development. Some people love it, some others just like high floor sea view, and if you are one of those, this development is probably not for you. And the last group of people will be those who wants to buy into the mega development. So like the last point, some people like to enter into a huge developments like 1,000, 1,500 or even 2,000 units of that kind of mega developments, but some like to keep it cozy. So this development has 399 units, not boutique, not exactly a small development, but given the land size of more than 277,000 square feet of land, it is probably one of the lowest density development that you can find for the last 10 years. Whether this launch is for you or not, if you like content like this, why not consider subscribing to my channel, because I upload property content weekly. Like and share this video because it really helps us a ton. Thank you. So if you are not one of them, let's carry on. And here is how the rest of the video is going to be laid out. First, we'll look into the project overview in the site context. Next will be the facing and orientation expectations for this development. We'll talk a bit about being 1 km to Nan Hua Primary School. And then we'll look into the pricing comparison. And last but not least, I will end with some closing thoughts. So first up, the project overview. Faber Residences is a low-rise resort-style development that has 399 units, ranging from a 2-bedroom layout to a 5-bedroom layout. It sits on a land size of approximately 277,659 square feet. So to give you some context of how large this plot of land is, so we can look at Alta, which is a launch that happened earlier this year, 2025. The land size of Alta is 144,787 square feet with 501 units. Next, Park Riviera will be 203,532 square feet with 752 units. Twinview next to Park Riviera will be 176,296 square feet of land with 520 units, as well as Whistler Grand, about 210,883 square feet of land with 716 units. The largest plot of land over here will be Park Clementi, which spans approximately 633,644 square feet, but the number of units will be 1,468 units. So with over 277,000 square feet of land and just 399 units, that is why we are saying that this would be the lowest density development that you will find in the past 10 years. This plot of land is nestled within the landed enclave, which is a 2-story semi-detached zone. So this 2-story semi-detached zone will only have houses that is 2.5 story high, and for those new builds, it can go only up to 12 meters high. So you are facing those landed 3rd floor onwards, you will probably get a nice unblocked view. So with this huge plot of land, what we can expect is ample walking spaces within the development, good condo facilities, a sense of openness that is hard to come by in those denser lesser projects these days. And if you know Guaco Land, they have this signature open lawn that provides very good block-to-block distances as well as good relaxing spaces for the family, giving an open air estate feel. So what can we expect for the facing and orientation for this plot of land? So if you look at this plot of land on the map, you will see that on one side it will have the park connector view, which you will see some water body. On the other side will be the whole stretch of landed view. But next, let's talk about the facing and orientation expectations. Although the site plan is not released yet, let's look at the immediate surroundings to let us have a feel of how this development will be laid out. First, we have the park connector facing. This would offer some greenery and water body view, and this view over here would be rather unblocked and provide you good privacy. However, facing here you will expect some western exposure, so depending on the developer, they may tilt the block slightly south or slightly north to give you the southwest or northwest facing. Overall, the view would be the park connector and the water body. Over on the other side would be the landed facing, which I've mentioned earlier is the semi-detached two-story zone, and this facing will offer you the sunrise view, the unblocked landed view, and as well as some of the parks that has been waved into this landed estate. The south facing would be looking into the AYE expressway, so the south facing units will be square towards the AYE. If we really do have units facing this way, I think there will be a good setback and some elements like plants, trees to actually filter and buffer off the expressway noise. So overall, I think what will be the most exciting and sought after view would be the landed unblocked view over here. And when the site plan is out with the confirmed layouts, we'll do another review and highlight the best layouts and facings that you may want to consider. And if you watch until here, please take a second to like and subscribe to our channel. This really helps us to reach out to the right audience, and I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you. And next, school proximity. So everyone buying into Clementi is talking about Nan Hua Primary School. And if you're a parent, you know how hard it is to get into that school. So what is such a big deal about being within 1 kilometer of that school? Basically, it will help you to get priority in the different phases of primary school registration. I think I will leave out those details, and if you are interested, I can always share with you because I have 3 boys and primary 1 registration is done and dusted for me. And if you look at 1 kilometer radius of Nan Hua Primary School, of course there will be a lot of developments. It even stretches to District 21 along the Sunset Way area. So the developments that we will be looking at for this comparison will be the immediate neighbors of Faber Residences, which namely will be Waterfront at Faber, Park Clementi, which is one of the nearest to Nan Hua Primary School. We will be looking at Park Riviera, Twin View, and Whistler Grand. So the oldest being Waterfront at Faber, more than 10 years of age. What we can see is that it is 100% profitable. So Waterfront at Faber was launched quite a while back. I think it's around 2014. And back then, BC regulations are not the same. For one, it is definitely not harmonized. If you look at their layout, they have really small rooms with furniture, and that may be a reason for them not performing as well as their counterparts. However, having said that, they are 100% profitable, and the highest profit we see is over 600,000. Park Clementi's mega project being a stone throw to the Nan Hua Primary School, we see profit highest reaching over $1 million. Over at the other side of AYE will be Park Riviera, Twin View, and Whistler Grand, which all 3 of them has done exceptionally well as well. Although being over at the West Coast Vale area, no amenities, no MRT. In fact, the parents I know staying there, they drive their children over to Nan Hua Primary if their child is attending Nan Hua Primary. All these developments that we mentioned, which is the immediate neighbor of Faber Residences, are 100% profitable. And for the 3 projects across the expressway, Park Riviera, Twin View, and Whistler Grand, their highest profit for all 3 of them are over $800,000. So if you are looking for a development that is near Nan Hua Primary, basically Faber Residences may be one of the top choice. One reason is also because you can walk through the landed estate to Nan Hua Primary School. Next, let's talk about price. For this, we'll look at Alta, which is the latest launch before Faber Residences, and the land cost for Alta along Clementi Avenue 1 was $1,250 per square foot per plot ratio. The developer launched at an average of about $2,500 per square foot, and the highest accepted per square foot price is $2,881. So that gives us an average PSF of about $2,547. For Faber Residences, we mentioned that the land cost is $900 per square foot per plot ratio. And right now, my guess for the average pricing is approximately $2,150 per square foot. And let's pull out the price matrix that I have done. And again, this is a disclaimer that all these prices are based on my opinion and expectations, and is by no means any indication from the developer or my company. So looking at the price matrix, I'm using the sizes of Springleaf Residences, which we saw great crowds coming in, very high interest on this development itself. 2-bedroom, 527 square feet. This is a 2-bed, 1-bath layout. And based on this price matrix, the average price should be around 1.16 million. 2-bed, 2-bath, if we look at the same column, should be around 1.42 million. 3-bedroom, about 1.73 million. And if you have a flexi with the 3-bedroom, it should come to about 1.99 million. A 3 premium probably is around the range of 2.25 million. A 4-bedroom, 2.7, and a 5-bedroom about 3.2 million. Of course, these are really my wishful thinking. I'm really not sure, and my guess is as good as yours. So if you are keen to talk more about prices, compare the surroundings, hit me up over here and we can have a chat about it. So these are my guesstimates. Right now, it is really the very early stage and we have no information at all. So take this with a pinch of salt. But following this review, I will definitely be feeding all of you more information as they come in, as well as doing a site analysis and the layout analysis for you. So if you have not subscribed, do me a big favor, click the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss my next update. And now to the closing thoughts. Faber Residences may be the last chance you have to buy into the Clementi area for a new launch in 2025. Personally, I feel that Faber Residences offers something very different from Alta. It's a whole different product altogether. It is for those who are looking for a family-oriented environment and layouts. Although it does not boast any sea views or a super high-rise building, it does offer a resort-style environment as well as a 1-kilometer radius to the very popular primary school, Nan Hua Primary School. It is also for those who are looking for a peaceful surroundings with park connected access at your doorstep. And like I said, this is the initial assessment of Faber Residences, and I'll be following up with more updates and analysis as the information comes in. So if you are also eyeing on this plot of land or feeling a bit excited about this development, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell button so that my future uploads will come into your inbox. Reach out to me directly if you want to discuss about this launch or any other launches. I'll be happy to walk you through the planning or break down any data for you, or just have a chat about what you need to consider before entering the market. This is Ron signing off. Bye.